The garden has changed a lot since the last time I shared it over here. In the last video, I was taking down some raised beds. I had 6 raised beds, and I'm remaining with 3 that I'm actually thinking of taking down. But yeah, I was taking down the beds and clearing the garden. There was no so much productivity going on here, but I am so excited to share with you what is growing on. Hi everyone, how are you doing today? I hope all is well. If you're seeing me for the first time, I am Sarah Pedun, a very passionate farmer. In today's video, we are going to have a garden tour of our small backyard garden. Let's get started. I'm going to start the tour from here and we walk to the garden. This is new. Last time I shared this garden, these tires were not here, so this is new. I cut the tire and planted mustard greens and they're doing well. I also see some volunteers coming up. I don't know what they are, and that is how I get some seedlings. For the tire, to put your mind at rest, you can line it with a polythene bag or anything. I did do that here. I put lots of sticks and leaves all around. I know they were going to rot, and then I put manure and planted this. The greens don't have very deep roots and they're not going to take long in the tire before I harvest them. So most times I plant ornamental plants in tires when I think about chemical leakage and everything, but I think this that don't take long and the roots don't go so far, it's okay. And over here is my garden chandelier. It's very beautiful. I love the garden chandelier. When the wind is blowing, it's very dramatic. It looks really nice. But I need to weed, and I think I also need to refill the planters. These are just water bottles, small water bottles that I used, and I made sure I picked syngonium and the spider plant because they take forever. They're forgiving plants. You can not water them for some time and they'll still do well, and if they dry, they will come back. So that's why I chose to put them here. And these containers are quite small, so I had to be careful with the choice of plant that I put in here. I know it's not a cleaning video, but most times I tell myself I'm going to weed them and I don't do that. But when they're weeded and looked after, this looks amazing. It looks really beautiful. I have a video on how I made this if anyone is interested. My friends usually come here and they're like, "Oh Sarah, that is really nice, can I have one?" And I'm like, I can show you how to make it. Problem with me, I like a challenge. I saw this thing somewhere and made it, and then now I'm not interested in making it anymore. I just want to teach someone how to make it. I'm on to the next challenge. That's how easily I get bored. So you could make one like this, and you can use any plant. You can use a very bright and colorful plant. There is one that skips my mind, the one that crawls. You put here, beautiful. But these are the easiest to maintain. This table over here is my work table. Been away for so long, this table is embarrassing. It is a mess. The last time I harvested sorghum, and left it here. I've been away for some days. So the sorghum has sprouted. I think it rained on it and sprouted. And lots of leaves. This tree shades a lot. We have to clean here almost every day, but it's been a while since I cleaned here, so I'm not complaining. The strawberries are dry. I potted it for a friend of mine. I'll have to repot. This is from the garden. I harvested it and put it here to replant, and I'm going to do that. Oh no, I harvested the beans and I put it here knowing I'm just going to put them back in the garden. But this I got from my sister's house, and I hope they do well. Another syngonium. I have different colors. I have maybe 4 colors of syngonium. This I'm leaving it here, but maybe later it will go in the house. These ones have been here for some time. This fan, I took it from the fence. I have some nails here. I was doing something and I've just left them here. And look at this syngonium doing so well. So you can see I recycle a lot of containers here. So when you have this and you put it in a nice planter, you won't have to see the funny looking container. So that is it for my work table. I also left my pruner here. A lot is going on here, guys. I promise I'm going to clean this up. Now into the garden. These jerry cans have some plants growing on them, and I have so many cane palms in them. Look. So this I'll just have to transplant them in other containers. I'm planning on putting them in disposable cups. So these are I'm going to put them in such cups. When my friends or we have parties here, I keep the cups and use them as planters. As you can see, it's a good way to recycle instead of using them and throwing them away. These are all plastics that I'm recycling. The cane palms that I have growing are from that tree. When the fruits on the cane palm mature, they drop. But before they drop, sometimes I just get it. If I can reach, I get and I throw them in the containers. And most of them sprout. So I've shared a few with friends, and this I'm going to pot because I have somewhere to take them. You don't have to buy these things all the time if you have a tree. Let me show you. Sometimes we do have monkeys that come over, and the monkeys love the fruits. But when they eat, the fruits drop. And then I pick, sometimes I pick some of them, or I just cover the fruits with soil. And when they grow, I take them out. I transplant them into something else. This fruit is way too matured. I'm just going to remove. I'm going to harvest it now. Instead of putting it on my table, I'm going to put it here. So we were now coming over here, this part of the garden. This side I have plants, mostly ornamental plants, growing in containers, and there's a tire there. And as you move, I have more containers over here. This cone is a volunteer. it dropped here, and now there are so many. I think I'm going to transplant it. These are the roses that I propagated. Most of them have sprouts, and they are still alive. This side down here, I have impatiens. It's beautiful. This I got from a cutting. I asked somewhere and they gave me a cutting, so I planted one and it was so big, and now I have split on this whole line. I have my basil. I just can't keep up with taking off the flowers. I think I will allow it now to go to seed. I'll just pick 1 or 2 that I'll be using and let them go to seed. In my garden, I have lots of native plants. So this is a Malacan that is enjoyed in my home area. I have hibiscus here and strawberries growing there. I think if you've been here for a long time, you have seen the strawberries so many times. There's another tire garden here with anthurium. I have anthurium in my, I have here, and I have one over there and another one somewhere there. I like to add ornamental plants or plants that will not just die off when the garden is done. My garden is never done, but having such plants keeps the garden alive. This is broccoli. I have carrots, hollyhocks. Something is eating my hollyhocks. The leaves are full of holes. Something is eating, but I have several of them, and I have some other young ones coming up. This I have to transplant them. I'm just leaving them until I find a place to put them. Guys, these carrots, these are the purple carrots. They look like beetroot, so I'm leaving them to go to seed. But this one is very big. I asked the kids if we can harvest, and they're like, no mommy, let's leave and get seeds. Because in Uganda here, you can see there is a big one there, but it's purple. It's just like a beetroot. In Uganda we don't have, I've not seen seeds that are colored, different colors. And these are our normal carrots that we've been enjoying, and they're almost done. Okay, this one needs digging out. Here we have also strawberries growing on. So this is where I was, strawberries. And over here I have sorghum, some pawpaw. Someone was actually concerned that I don't have pawpaws, and yet they easily grow. I have pawpaws. I have one that is so disappointing. I'm actually going to cut it down. It's over there. Let me take you there. I have this pawpaw. We have harvested about 3 plants, but one at a time. Never bears very many. And now it looks like it's really sick. Yesterday I added some manure in the garden. That is why you're seeing it like that. You can see the manure I added. So here we also have broccoli. The broccoli isn't doing well. The pumpkin, I think I'm just going to take down the pumpkin. It's already dead over here. So let me even just pull it out. Pumpkin is not doing well at all. The more I see it, the more I hope it gets better, and it does it. So it's going. Okay, no more pumpkin. Have some strawberries here, and dahlia. I planted 3 of them over there. I have the wandering Jew here. Malabar spinach have so many seeds, and I know they've dropped a lot, so they will just sprout and continue. In the tire I have oregano. I don't know how you guys call it. Oregano. I call it oregano. This is the Cuban oregano. The rabbits love this. So this, when you drop anything, it's going to sprout. Look at that. It just fell from here and they're alive. So I don't worry so much about this. I have turmeric here, you can see. And down here I have my water spinach or kangkong, doing so well. They're beautiful. From one cutting to having so many, I'm very excited, and I want to add them in different areas. So I have also lettuce that is bolting, have different colors, and spring onions. So you can imagine just this small area, I have about 5 things growing in that area. So as you can come in the center of the garden, I have my bottle garden, and it has cauliflower, broccoli. I plant broccoli because the kids enjoy broccoli than cauliflower, so I'm just planting broccoli. I have strawberries, calendula, my flowers are not beautiful anymore as they were. So these are just flowers. I have so many colliers. I have now about 5 different colors of colliers. Maybe I'll make a separate video about that, but you can see I have lots of colliers. I like I said before, I like planting some things that keep the garden alive. Under the colliers I have radish and some strawberries, and then there I transplanted mustard greens. This is lettuce that has bolted, and I'm going to have so many seeds. Look, and for now the flowers, the bees are enjoying. More broccoli over here. In this space I'm going to plant carrots. Inside here I have leeks. So we've enjoyed most of our leeks. I'm leaving this for seed. I want this to go to seed. I have so many volunteer tomatoes. These are cherry tomatoes, so many of them. So if you're in Kampala and you want seedlings of cherry tomatoes for free, if you can pick them. Over here I have pineapple. All these pineapples that are growing were planted from pineapple heads that we enjoyed. I just break it and stick it to the ground, peel off the lower leaves and put in the ground. This over here is still very young. These are new ones. Sometimes they do rot. When you plant like this, the soil is like that, they do rot. I had one over here that got rotten, just took it out, but all these are still okay. Another coleus, it's beautiful. Look at my hibiscus. It's one plant and it's gigantic. I'm happy with it. And this, I rescued it from somewhere. This plant, I tried planting hibiscus. I bought the seeds, planted them, and they did not germinate. So I think one of the seeds fell by the door side and I didn't notice. It is sprouted. I left it to grow, and when it was big enough I took it out and brought it here. Now see, it's so big. It's just one plant. Just one plant that is doing an amazing job. Here, I don't know, I threw seeds of mustard greens and they grew everywhere. I think all sprouted. And I told myself I was going to transplant, but I don't have more space. I don't have space for this, and something is eating them. That something must be hiding here. I'm just going to take this out. It's already infected. I'll go and throw this to the birds later. So see, something has eaten them. I have lots of grasshoppers here. Also, I have tomatoes here that I'm going to trellis on this. That trellis had lots of beans, but they've died back. Now I'm going to trellis the tomatoes there, and there's one passion fruit that I'm trying to direct that side. And that is another hollyhocks. I have that and that over there. And this side, if I turn this side, these are my cherry tomatoes. They are doing well. They are beautiful. You can see. I like to take out the downer leaves so that they don't get anything from the soil, get any disease from the soil, and bring it on the plant. This side, I have more broccoli. Here has a variety of things, a mixture. We have broccoli, coleus, sweet potato. This is a volunteer. I think I threw something here and it grew. I have peppers that are happy here. Amaranth, this is volunteer. More peppers, and this is a beautiful flower. This brings beautiful flowers but dies very fast. We have some marigold. We have jute that's flowering. Holy basil, I don't know, the purple basil. And this is the African sweet basil. More emalakan, Chinese cabbage. A lot going on here. And then lettuce, more coleus, pineapple, just in that area. So you can imagine what you can pack in such an area. So that is where we're from. This area is the area that had the beds, the 3 raised beds. One was there, another there, and there. So I took it down. It was not productive anymore. I was barely harvesting things from them. And I've planted cabbage here. My cabbage until yesterday evening looked so beautiful. There is one chicken that escaped and came here, but I chased it down, got it and placed it back in. You can see it nibbled. Oh, there is another one out. There's another chicken out I've had. I need to make sure it's back in, otherwise they eat everything. So you can see the cabbage has been eaten. But in this small square, you can see I have cabbage, I have curly kale. The curly kale were doing so well, you can see. And I have celery. These I'm going to remove them, the mustard greens from here I'm going to remove, and I remain with just 3 things: the curly kale, celery, and cabbage. This area okay, I've grown this corn. This is the second time. The first time I grew the corn, and this is the third time. They always look so miserable. I think I should just give up. I love the colors of this corn, but the biggest I'm getting is like my all-time smallest harvest. So I don't know about this corn. I'm going to give it one more try after this, and if it does the same thing, I'm giving up. Okay, maybe not. I have collards here and amaranth. The amaranths are all volunteers. Mexican sunflower, some tomatoes. Most of the things are volunteers, but I've left them there. Then over there I've planted sweet corn. Here, the sweet corn my friend Princess Jeniga brought for me from the Philippines. I've planted them in that area. Then I have some tomatoes and some string beans growing there. And here I have dragon fruit. This is my dragon fruit. I need to prune down the two and let this one grow. Same with this. I'm going to just let one grow, and also there. Oh, this is the cane palm that I harvested from, and as you can see down here, there are seeds that have fallen. So these seeds might sprout. If I look around, I might actually see a cane palm growing. I'll come around and pluck out what is growing. But here I have so many volunteers as well. The taro is not a volunteer, I planted. And the last bed was also attacked by the chickens. I have some collards and strawberries. And these are volunteer fennel. I have so many of them. I need to transplant. In the raised beds, I have, look at that, the morning glory. This is morning glory. It's very beautiful, but it dies so fast. I planted two plants, that and this. And very soon I'll have some more seeds. I have this pepper that I'm going to harvest. I have two here. Amaranth. And up here is the cane palm fruits that I've just harvested. I also have my loofah here. I'm hoping for this to grow so I can get some seeds and maybe take down this whole thing and make another one, because I'm taking down these beds and they are attached to the beds. That's what I'm going to do, take them down. This loofah, oh my god, look at what I found. Oh god. It's a slug. This loofah is not well, it's sick, so I'm going to remove it. I have another loofah over here. I didn't know there was loofah growing here. I don't think there's any seed. It's almost done. I like to remove them like this. It's easy to peel off and cut. Here are lima beans. They've always been in this space. What was I showing this side that I forgot? I also have sword beans here. I have sword beans growing in different areas. There's not much going on in these beds. I'm thinking of taking all of them down and just having raised beds on the ground. The 3 beds will also be gone soon. What do you guys think? Did I show you guys the sunflower? It's beautiful. It's a beautiful sunflower. Not the biggest sunflower, but a sunflower is always beautiful regardless of the size. So that is what is going on in this garden. The next time you'll see it, it will be different, totally different. Things grow very fast. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did so, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, share with a friend who might need it, and leave a comment. I always get back to whoever comments. Guys, thank you so much for supporting the channel. You have been amazing. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.